Hello, this is the TradeSite US Stocks and Futures Market Preview for Tuesday, the 7th of April 2020. Hope you had a good trading day on Monday. Wasn't really much for us. Big gap up, huge gap up, untradeable, went higher. We hate the gap and go days, and this is definitely one of those. Closed us at the highs of the last few weeks as people start to think that the virus has run its course, I guess would be what the statement is. It's kind of a dumb statement, but it's kind of what they're looking at. Um, I think it was a little bit of a short squeeze. We'll look at the intraday action in a few minutes, but let's go through the daily charts first because this was the ES front month futures contract. Like I said, new closing high over the last couple of weeks. But crude oil was up. There was talk about Russia and Saudi Arabia coming to agreement on oil production, the most controlled environment in the world, of course, up $1.01. Gold up $23.60. There it is, shooting to new highs finally on gold. Not good. S&P cash index gains 175 points. You can kind of see on this chart that a lot of it was a gap. You'll see it better on the intraday chart. Nasdaq 100 up 553. Again, over half of that's the gap. Stocks up 149. Biotech's up 170.78. The Russell 2000 up 86.72. The VIX loses only $1.56. Interesting. So the market, again, those people that think the VIX is the inverse of the market, it's not. There's a lot of volatility in the push up we had today. So it held the VIX up a bit, but it is receding, and the puts we have on are, doing well. Got the advanced decline ratio. I'm sorry, the trend at 0.86 puts the 10-day moving average exactly at 1, which is not a big deal. Nasdaq volume 3.8 billion shares, better than the last 3 days, but not super exciting compared to the last month. Advanced decline ratio on the Nasdaq was plus 2,200. On the New York was plus 2359. So some of the highest advanced decline ratio numbers. It started out that way. It didn't relent. That's how you knew the market was going to keep going during the day. You can't get around that. Google up $90.49. Apple up 21.06. It's finally a 1 month closing high on Apple. Netflix up 18.20. This thing looks like it's just going to run, right? This is what everybody's going to benefit. This is the one that's going to benefit from everybody staying home. Amazon up 91 points. That's a big gain back. Remember, this thing swept the lows of the year recently. Now it's trying to get back into the middle of the range. Tesla up 36 is a blip. Facebook up 11.37. Not really anything exciting there. Goldman Sachs gains $11.30. Again, not very exciting. We got to 12, but not a 13 buy signal there. TLT, the 20-year bond ETF, down just 44 cents, hanging near the highs. And the Dow Jones Industrial Average up 16.27. When we look at the intraday action, here's the 5-minute chart. So again, this huge gap up, tried to pull back for 5 minutes, went higher the rest of the day. Most of the day was flat. Again, you get about 30 minutes in, and then you're flat for 2 hours. You push up ahead of lunch, and then you're flat for 4 hours. And then you got this surge literally right at the close. I mean, one of the craziest surges we've seen. The S&P gains a lot. Here's the Nasdaq side, pretty similar. I mean, this thing gained almost 100 points in the last 10 minutes of the day. I mean, it's just not a normal thing. Right now, as I post this, the ES and the NQs are basically dead flat. We have many, many hours, 12 hours till the market opens in the morning. So obviously news driven, and we'll see what we get. I think a lot of people are trying to factor out the fact that the social distancing has worked. And does that mean that we can open the economy soon? And the problem is opening the economy soon means you're getting rid of social distancing, which is what has held the virus numbers down. So I think anybody with a brain knows that we're not going to be opening the economy up soon and risk putting all these people's lives back at stake. I think we need to work on some other things. This economy is not going to go back to the same economy we knew. And these type of big gap up days in the bear market are what they are. They're going to provide opportunities. It was a big gap up, and that squeezes the shorts. If I get a small gap up tomorrow on Tuesday, we'll probably short it, and I'm pretty sure that'll work out. But we'll see. If we get a gap down, that would be almost unfortunate. Doesn't really give us the opportunities. In terms of economic data, we've got the JOLTS job openings at 10 a.m., IBD tip economic optimism number at some point during the day, 10-year bond auction at 1, and consumer credit at 3. Those are all Eastern Standard Time. Charts, as usual, brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple of weeks. Have a great trading week.